Welcome everyone to the Nurses Make a Difference 90 presented by PGR eSports. We are live for the first time from Atlanta Motor Speedway, and so am I as your lead broadcaster, series owner Michael Triscaro, standing by with my co-host tonight, Matthew Baker. And Matt, we are crossing some first off the list tonight, my man. First time me doing this as a lead broadcaster, kind of doing all the controls, so kind of cool thing for us to be doing here tonight. But not only are we at Atlanta in the Xfinity car, but you decided to, give these drivers only 2 sets of tires tonight. So I'm already on the edge of my seat. How do you kind of see this race playing out tonight? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. A big shout out to Tony Cox tonight, sponsoring this race. You'll get more of that later, but we have finished qualifying here tonight, and on the front row, no surprise there, Kevin Freeze, and on the outside of the front row, it'll be the Canadian Kyler Wynn. Row number 2 will be Coke Series professional Garrett Maines and Dale Cups Cody Niegels. Row number 3 will be KSR's Trevin Ashronoth and Ron Morris Jr. outside of him. Malik Ray, another NASCAR Coke Series pro, he will start 7th tonight on the grid. And Matt Lee, I'll tell you what, that guy is hot. He's winning almost every race right now. He will start in the 8th position. Jeff Merck for NBG Motorsports, he will start 9th. And Kenny McCullough, he'll round out your top 10 tonight. He will start 10th. And 21st tonight will be Zachary Range in the 043 car. And outside of him will be Jacob Mason, I believe maybe a new guy here to the PGR Intimidator Superspeedway Series. 23rd will be Joshua McCullough of McCullough Motorsports. 24th, Nicholas Baluch. 25th will be Jared Haynes and Nathan Rossisel, a new teammate to Team PGR. He will start 26th. Jimmy Emos, he'll start 27th on the grid tonight, while Dylan Jones will be 28th. Logan York, everyone's favorite driver, will start 29th, and Richard Elliott, he'll round out the top 30. Looks like maybe one more made the grid. It looks like maybe Nash Brambil. He looks like he's starting 35th tonight. As we'll get ready to go green here at Atlanta with Kevin Freeze on the pole. Never a surprise there with that man on the pole. Just having some issues real quick with Baker's audio. It looks like he should be okay. Just double checking that right now for everybody. I can hear Baker. I don't know why we cannot hear him right now. Everything looks to be dialed in. Hopefully we can get him back in here in a second. We are set to go green here coming out of turn number 4 at Atlanta. It's going to be Kevin Freeze, Kyler Wynn, going to be lead him down to green. Here we go through the front stretch to the checkered flag, and we're underway at Atlanta. All right, we're back here at Atlanta. I'm very sorry and apologize for that. We're trying to get Baker on board here in the audio. Double checked about a million things to make sure this would work out. Unfortunately, we are not able to get him right now, but we got me, and that'll count for now. Early caution here at Atlanta. We'll have to go back and see exactly what that was for. Just trying to fix some technical difficulties on our end. Kind of the first time out for me doing this, and of course, my biggest nightmare. A little bit of a hiccup, but we'll get past it and hopefully be able to get Baker here shortly. Going to try to go back and see exactly what the caution here was for. And there's Kenny McCullough on track. It looked like Brock Westmoreland, he was on the apron there. Here's the on board with Justin Mills. Looked like a lot of drivers there onto the apron. Hot, slick track here at Atlanta early. And we're going to have some damage there to Tony Cox. Unfortunately, the race sponsor, Justin Mills, Brock Westmoreland. So we go back live here at Atlanta. Kevin Freeze, Garrett Maines, they will be in the lead here. Kyler Wynn, he'll be on the bottom third. Trevin Ashworth, Georgia boy himself, not too far from Atlanta Motor Speedway. He will be in fourth, and rounding out your top five, Malik Ray. Still trying to work on getting Baker back up in here in the booth. Having a little bit of Discord audio issues right now. Green flag back in the air at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Garrett Maines, a big solid push from the 89 of Trevor Ashworth. He will go into turn one with the lead. Is not clear of the 25 Kevin Freeze. Kevin Freeze getting a big push here from Kyler Wynn. We are 2x2 up front. Lap 6 of 90 here tonight. Only 2 sets of tires for these guys. It's going to be a war of attrition here tonight. It's going to be a lot of strategy calls depending on how many cautions we do get, which drivers will save those precious sets of tire that they have at their disposal. It's only one here tonight, so it'll be very interesting to see if this race goes green for a little while here, what they were doing on their first stop. And Garrett Maines, oh my God, Trevor Ashworth had him split. He files back down. Jeff Merck, he will go to the third lane. We are 3 wide here on the backstretch. And 1 car off into the wall. Green is still out on the track. We'll have to go back and see if we can get that, but we're 3 wide up front. What a race here for first. Jeff Merck holding his own here on the top. Not even have any help behind him. Garrett Maines, he will clear down into turn number 1. He is your leader now. Jeff Merck, is he going to go down clear under Trevin Ashworth? It looks like he will. Jeff Merck, a strong power move in turn number 3. Smoke billing out there as they come around the track outside of turn number 4. I'll tell you what, this track is slick. These drivers it's a handful in there right now. They are sawing on the wheels here at Atlanta. Trevin Ashworth now leads the top. Merck was able to clear. He's now in front of Garrett Maines. Ashworth getting a push from veteran Andrew Navarro here. Still working on getting Matthew Baker back up here in the tower. Sorry about those technical difficulties here tonight. Still a really good race up front here. We're going to go look a little bit farther back at Cody Nagels in the 6th. just taking his time right now with his teammate, Dale Cup teammate, I should say, Matthew Lee. They are running 14th and 15th on the track. Right now, it looks conserving tires here for a lot of these drivers. I know one guy that conserves a lot of tire. That's going to be this guy right here in the O2, Logan York. Every time we come to Atlanta, he will be on his radio saying, saving tires, saving tires. He will go to the back, and I'll tell you what, when it is go time, that O2 will come right to the front as he does a great job of keeping his equipment clean. Richard Elliott looks to the outside of Logan York. We're going to go back up front. Trevor and Ashburnoff now the leader, the Atlanta, almost Georgia boy himself in second right now. Here comes Coke Series Malik Ray in the 7, and Ron Morris now out of nowhere. He is also fighting. It looks like that middle lane is rolling even with one car here tonight. Seems like those guys have a little bit of extra grip with that banking. And right now we have a little bit of a spread out racetrack. Trevor and Ashburnoff right now still leading. And we will try to look back down here on the field. Unfortunate so far for Tony Cox and Ryan Baste, just trying to hang on here. Hopefully one of those two guys can get a caution here tonight. Looks like Jacob Mason might have not. And we have a wreck. Ron Morris, the 76, he is into the wall. Heavy damage on Ron Morris. And we're going to go see if we could take a look at Ron Morris. Unfortunately, into the wall all by himself. Oh, there it is. Here comes Jeff Merck up high. Ron loses it all by himself. Hits the wall. A lot of damage to his front end. Oh, and somehow it came back. Must have been a glitch there in the system. But Ron Morris heavily off the pace here. We'll see if he has to pit for his fast repair. And he just kind of lost it there. Jeff Merck came up the track. Not sure if that dirty air you know, kind of took some air off that nose of Jeff Merck, or sorry, Ron Morris, and unfortunately for Ron Morris, into the safer barrier as Trevin Ashburnoff of KSR, the 89 car, he still leads here. They are looking to put the 72 of Tony Cox a lap down. They will. Malik Ray in second, Jeff Merck in tow of them. So Tony Cox looking for an early caution to try to stay on this lead lap right now as we are single file here at Atlanta. Lots of strategy here tonight with the two tires. And we are still working to try to get Baker back up here in the booth. So far, no luck on that one. My apologies here tonight for the technical difficulties. Trying to still sort them out. Trying to get Baker up here in the booth with us. And right now is Trevor Ashburnoff. He will still lead. Jeff Merck in second. Malik Ray has fallen now back to third. We're going to take a look about mid-pack. Joshua McCullough of McCullough Motorsports in the 01 here tonight, running in the 20th position with McCullough Motorsports teammate David Sheets behind him. And as you can see, this field heavily spread out right now. We could possibly get to a green flag stop tonight. We'll see about that. Right now, everyone taking it easy, taking care of their equipment and their tires. The track is hot. It is slick. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens when we do get that first caution, if we get it soon. It's a possibility we do have some cars not taking the tires and hoping there's a later caution to take those tires. And I'll be very interested to see how that plays out. We're taking a peek here at Garrett Maines, Andrew Navarro. Right now, Garrett Maines in 5th place, Andrew Navarro in 6th. Still riding around, biding their time here tonight, and the nurses make a difference. 90. We are at lap 19 of 90 as we head on to the backstretch with Trevor Ashburnoff still leading. A great battle for the lead here right now. Jeff Merck holding his own, the 60 car in that navy blue Angels Chevy Camaro. He's going to go to the outside. So is Trevor Ashmanoff as they put another car one lap down here tonight. Jimmy Emos now, Nashbran and Beal, they're going to be fighting here shortly to stay on the lead lap. I'll tell you what, there's one guy in this field that has been winning a lot of races. It's that 04 of Matthew Lee. Every race I see, he is in the front leading, and I'll tell you what, lately he is cashing it in. I'll tell you what, that's the guy right there to beat tonight. He's very good at Atlanta, very good at all the tracks we go to here in the Intimidator Superspeedway Series. And when you're hot, and you want to take that run as far as you can go, and that's one thing Matthew Lee is looking to continue here tonight. Right tucked behind his teammate Cody Niegels, Mike Davenport, PGR. He got a win just a couple weeks ago, his first win in PGR eSports as a team PGR driver, the 55 in Denver, Colorado, looking stout as always in his black and red. So I deem this as a true wild card race here tonight, but so far I'm looking like chalk up front right now. Jeff Merck leading now. Trevor Ashmanoff, he was in second. They jumped out to a pretty big lead over Garrett Maines. As we head onto the backstretch here at Atlanta, caution is out. Yellow flag, and we're going to go take a peek to see exactly what that yellow flag was. Let's see if we can back this up just a little bit. Could be the Steve Sizemore here. We're going to take a peek at this one if we can. It's going to be way off here into the other turn. Looked like the 12 car on our screen. Still trying to get Matthew Baker here. If we can get a second here during this yellow. And there is the cause of our second caution here of the night. It's going to be Steve Sizemore. Sorry about that, just tracking him down. And we're going to take a peek here. Steve Sizemore was a lap down, it looked like, or just went a lap down. And up into that second groove here in between Andrew Navarro and Kevin Freeze. And it's going to just step out on him just as it did to Ron Morris. He's going to get into Kyler Wynn, unfortunately. He's going to go straight into the catch fences, or, yep, into the safer barriers. Steve Sizemore, his bumper is torn off. And unfortunately, Mike Davenport as well, his front bumper is going to go. So Mike Davenport, Kyler Wynn, both get involved, and Steve Sizemore losing it there. Mark Math comes in. He gets wrecked. He gets wrecked right into the 15 of Sizemore. It looks like Nate Rostisel also in that, kind of an accordion effect there. Brock Westmoreland as well. He's going to rear end the 15 at the end of that one. So a lot of damage trucks here after a one-car spin, unfortunately. Just couldn't get them mowed down enough. And it looks like a lot of those guys are going to be headed to a fast repair here tonight. And we're going to pause for just a second here during this caution. We're going to try to get Matthew Baker back in here. We're going to go back to the race leader, Andrew Navarro. back live here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's Andrew Navarro leading right now with Cody Neagles here in second place. Mike Davenport showing up as third. Very surprising on that one. He must come down and take a fast repair only. Might have saved his tires for later. Looks like a lot of these guys maybe did take some tires that are ready. We are back green here at Atlanta as the 44 is out front. Andrew Navarro is going to lead this field down, and we're going to get another caution. Caution is out on the racetrack. Be the third caution here tonight. We're going to go take a look at this one. It looks like Jared Haynes, he's going to get off the pace here as the 70 is going to come back up on the track, and he is going to collect a couple drivers there. Unfortunately there, Jared Haynes just could not collect it once he was on that apron. We're going to go back and take a look at Jared Haynes right here getting pushed by the 89 of Trevin Ashronoth. And the pusher pushing the pusher, and there goes the 7 on the apron. It was pretty far down there. Kind of shocked that he came back up the track here. Not sure if he was trying to get back in line, but very hard to go back up on that banking at that speed. And you could see right there, kind of collects the front end of the 35. That looks like it might be Dylan Jones. Jason Maines barely avoids it. He's going to have some damage. So Jason Maines going to have some front end damage there. And farther back, here we go. Steve Sizemore is going to have some more damage. It's going to look like Tucker McClendon's also going to spin. So another accordion effect here, unfortunately, for these guys. If we can maybe go back and look exactly what happened farther on back. We're going to go to Tucker McClendon and see exactly what happened here. The wreck happened in front of them. Jared Hayes came back up on the track. You could see Kenny McCullough there anticipating what was happening in front. He was already on the brakes. Way up ahead, Jared Haynes came back on the track. It looked like McClendon had hit his brakes. Sizemore did not. He's going to try to go to the third. Mark Math's going to run in the back of him. It looks like Sizemore just couldn't get it woed down enough. Probably should have stayed there in the middle. He's going to turn McClendon. Mark Math's going to have damage. Nash Brambilla looks like he's not going to be able to stay out. Oh, it looks like he barely does, but here comes Justin Mills, the 4 into the 28. So damage for a lot of cars yet again on this one. Just another accordion effect here for these guys. As Richard Elliott assumes the lead with Garrett Maines here in second, Mike Davenport in third, Trevor Ashronoth in fourth, Kyler Wynn, he'll be in fifth. We are 30 of 90 into this race here at Atlanta. And thank you once again to Tony Cox for sponsoring this one. His wife Stephanie is a nurse at the Ascension Medical Oncology in the Anderson, Indiana area. So big shout out to her tonight, and Tony Cox. Can't say thank you enough to all the nurses all over the country. Nurses Week and Hospital Week here always happens in May. I know I do a lot of work for that with my career, and it's a big thing to pay back these nurses that take such good care of the people here in our country. And all the first responders as well, everybody in the military. Always a big shout out to them from the NASCAR community here. We are setting to go back green here. And my apologies once again. We were supposed to have Matthew Baker up here helping me out. I've been just a little flustered, a little off my game here in my first broadcast. Just trying to get my feet wet without him. Still trying to get him back in, but so far no luck on my end to get him back in. as we are going back green here at Atlanta. Lap 30 of 90. Green flag is out. And we are back racing. Garrett Maines across the line first. He's going to get a great start. Trevor Nashronoff, always a great pusher. He's going to push him to the lead. Jeff Merck, he's now second on the top. Garrett Maines out to a big lead. Richard Elliott, he is second on the bottom. Malik Ray, he's going to go up top. He's going to be pushing Jeff Merck here. We are on the backstretch outside of turn number 2. Here down into turn number 3. Garrett Maines leads the bottom. Here comes Trevor Nashronoff. He has been fast all night long. The 89 car, I'll tell you what, that guy looks like he's going to take this race tonight because he is just going full head of steam. We have a caution. Another caution is out. We are going to go back and check out what happened there. Another caution is out, yellow flag. And we're going to go see what that was. It looks like Nathan Rostisel is going to be involved starting in this one. And he is going to come up the track into Tucker McClendon. He's going to go straight into the fence. And a lot of rear end damage for the 88 of Nathan Rostisel. We could jump back to this one here. And try to get you guys in slow motion here. Nathan Rostisel up too high on the track. Out of the groove. He's into the 27 of Tucker McClendon. And it's just going to snap on the 88. And he's going to go right into the safer barrier. And both him and Tucker McClendon, heavy damage on that 88. Steve Sizemore had to avoid it. Man, he's been around almost every wreck here tonight, unfortunately for him. And we're going to see, try to take us down pit road here. See if we have any action. So far, a caution-filled first half of this one, as we are not yet halfway through. We'll get to halfway through at lap 45. The leader of lap 45 will be getting a bonus tonight, but the first place driver here tonight will win $250. Second place will win $175. Third place tonight will win $125. $100 will go to fourth place, and $85 will go to fifth place. And so far, Trevin Astronaut, the class of the field here tonight, the 89 from Georgia, Augusta, Georgia to be exact, not too far from Augusta National, is Trevin Astronaut, Team KSR, sporting the Jack Shack on the front hood. Garrett Maines, Coke Series driver, the number 1, Sim Seats. He will be number 2, as he has also been up front nearly all night long, as has the 60 of Jeff Merck. Awesome looking car with that blue and yellow, Blue Angels. Always great to see Jeff Merck out on track. And the pace light should be out this time by as we get set to go back green here at Atlanta. $50 will go to the halfway leader here tonight. And we are closing in on that as we are on lap 35 of 90. We're going 90 laps tonight. These boys and girl here in the field have 80% fuel. They do have a fast repair. There will be 3 green-white checkers if we need them. And like we stated early on, there are only 2 sets of tires. Their original tires they started on, and only 1 change of tires here tonight. And that's probably going to be leading to a lot of these single car spins and accordion effects. We'll see if these drivers, as this race goes on, if any of them have already used those tires. I'll tell you what, the longer we go in a run or the longer we get, it's going to get worse and worse on those tires here at Atlanta. It will eat them up a little bit. This track is starting to wear out. It's new as of, I believe, 2022. couple years old on this surface. Has made it for more pack racing versus the old Atlanta. Very bumpy. Obviously using a lot of brake back in the day. But not anymore since the repave reconfiguration here at Atlanta. And produced one of the best races so far in the NASCAR Cup Series this season, as well as the one this past weekend in Kansas, won by the 5 of Kyle Larson. As we go green back here at Atlanta, it's Trevor Astronaut Garrett Maines leading him to the start-finish line. Back with you here, Trevin and Garrett trading first and second place here up front. Zach Range now into the mix. The 043 Black Petronas car. He is on the bottom. All ever so aggressive is Zach Range. He has learned a lot from that one car of Garrett Maines. Mike Davenport, he's a factor. He's running in the 5th place position. And I'll tell you what, I haven't heard him tonight, but here comes the 76 PGRs. J.R. Miller to push his teammate Mike Davenport. Now he is in the mix. Kyler Wynn's still in the top 10. Kevin Freeze, he's in 8th. Malik Ray, he just got to 8th. Kevin back to 9th. Andrew Navarro, he has rounded out your top 10. A surprise here tonight right now. Jimmy Emos, he is in 11th place. Making a good run so far tonight is the 1-8 of Sierra Clampert. I'll tell you what, all the people watching her stream here tonight, be proud of her. She is in 13th, looking to crack that top 10. Has a couple cash spots here in the PGR races over the last couple months. Very, very good here in the Super Speedway. Awesome to see her out. Cody Neagles, Matthew Lee, a little bit farther back from them. Still keeping their equipment clean here tonight. It looks like they're on a little bit of a different strategy than some others. I wonder if those two guys saving a little bit more tire. We're going to go back up front. The race is on for first. Here's Garrett Maines on the outside. We're coming here to the start-finish line. It looks like Garrett Maines is going to get this lap. Oh, Kyler Wynn's going to put him 3 wide. Kyler Wynn with Malik Ray. They are 3 wide. They split Garrett Maines. Garrett Maines in the middle. Jeffrey Merck's going to come on through. He's going to be on the top. We are 3 wide here at Atlanta. Malik Ray, he's going to go all the way to the bottom. Garrett Maines still trapped there in the middle with no help. Kyler Wynn's going to come back down. Garrett's going to like to see that. Jeff Merck there, he's going to be 3rd on back, getting pushed by Andrew Navarro. We're going to come to the start-finish line yet again. Garrett Maines, here he comes. But Malik Ray, I'll tell you what, if there's a guy that's just as good as Garrett Maines in this field, it's the other Coke Series driver in the 7. He has a win this year in the Coke Series. If I'm not mistaken, it was at Atlanta. So this is one of his better tracks. We'll see if Malik Ray can get it done here tonight. He does have one PGR victory to his name. We are still 3 wide up here as Jeff Merck's going to try to make that 3rd lane work. He's going to think better of it. Come on back down. The race is on right now. I will tell you guys that. We're going to have to check out some onboard action. Hopefully hear right from Andrew Navarro if we can get some. The race is for sure heating up here. And we are going to spin. Andrew Navarro, he spins. Mike Davenport spins. Just as we were going through. Oh, and a big ARCA brake by the 06. That is going to make the damage that much worse to the 44 of Andrew Navarro. And we have a big, big wreck here on lap 42. And we're going to have to reset this one just a little bit. And we're going to take you in slow motion here. There's Andrew Navarro. He's in the 3rd lane, nearly against the wall. And I don't know if Merck just lost it in front of him. I don't know if it was netcode, but we're going to go back and look one more time. It looks like Merck almost just lost it there in the 60. and Andrew wasn't able to check up. Turns Merck down into the 89 of Trevin Ashronoff. Davenport's going to get collected in that, the 55, but it looks like, you know, they were keeping him pretty clean here, the 44 and the 55 off the wall. Great job by Davenport to get on the brakes, but we're going to have some issues coming through right here. It looks like the 03 kind of slides right through, takes the bumper off the 44. The 06 comes through, gets right into the 44. And unfortunate for Navarro, especially there, as Navarro was able to save it, to keep it from getting damage. And next thing you know, two cars come right in and get into the side of him, causing heavy, heavy damage to the 44. So hopefully he has a fast repair left, because if he doesn't, might not be able to get back on this track here tonight. Unfortunately for Andrew Navarro, it looked like Kenny McCullough in the 03. Here is Kenny McCullough. We'll take a peek at Kenny coming around here. He wasn't able to slow it up. Let's see if he was pushed at all. He kind of just lost it. And it looks like it may have been David Sheets. That David Sheets was the driver. See if we can get a better look at David Sheets here. And David Sheets caused the most damage to Andrew Navarro. As you see right here, David kind of lost it as well. Many drivers losing it. I'm not sure if they're trying to check up and they're on the brakes and it's just spinning them out. But here comes David Sheets right into the driver's side door of Andrew Navarro. And a lot of debris onto the racetrack. Sent the 44 back up the track. Unbelievable wreck there. And we're going to go back live here. Get to the front. It's Garrett Maines leading, Malik Ray's in second, Kyler Wynn and Zachary Range. They're going to be in your second row. And we are at lap 45 of 90. We are halfway. Waiting word from Baker to see who was the halfway leader of this one. Trying our best to get him back. Unfortunately, technology is biting us back tonight. Trying everything we can to get Baker back up here in the booth. But if everyone knows my luck on the super speedways, this only makes sense. So my first night out, I'll probably be solo here the rest of the night. It's kind of put me off just a little bit, but I'm gaining my composure here and hopefully can take this rest of this race clean here up in the tower, as the pace car is going to head off here into pit road. Garrett Maines is going to lead us down to green. Malik Ray here on the outside. Green flag is out. Back at Atlanta. Garrett Maines, he's going to go up the block. Malik wants nothing to do with it. He's going to go 3. We are 3 wide into turn 3. Kyler Wynn, Garrett Maines, Malik Ray's going to lose some spots. Dylan Jones looks like he's going to pick him up. J.R. Miller's up to the front. Here comes Kevin Freeze. I'll tell you what, don't look now, but Dale Cup is coming. The 6 and the 04. Cody Neagles, Matthew Lee, they are coming. We are into turn number 1. Garrett Maines still leads. Zachary Range onto the outside. He's going to follow Garrett. Kyler Wynn, he has not been here in quite a few weeks, maybe even a month, but he's back, and I'll tell you what, he looks better than ever. Kyler Wynn in 3rd. Here comes the 25, the Cornflake, Kellogg's Cornflakes, Kevin Freeze back into contention here at Atlanta. Wasn't going to take him long, I know that. Not a guy that's going to want to hang out in the back too much here. We're going to get some gyro cam action from Kevin Freeze. As you see, just underneath him, J.R. Miller in the 78 coming out of turn number 2, right behind Malik Ray. An awesome shot down the backstretch here at Atlanta. Awesome, awesome to see our viewers in 3 wide, right out front of windshield here of Kevin Freeze at the line. Looks like Kyler Wynn just got past Garrett Maines and Zachary Range. And these are the 2 guys we were just talking about. It's Cody Neagles, it's Matthew Lee, right around Jason Maines here on the backstretch. It's a wad of cars 2x2 behind them. Not too big of a gap from first all the way back on the 26th. Pretty close into proximity here. Ron Morris right now scoring last. Nathan Rossesel, early damage. He's in 33rd. Some other guys here to look at here tonight is Christopher Carter. Christopher Carter now in the 14th position in the 23 car. A little bit of damage here on the back end of Christopher Carter, but hanging in there nonetheless. And you can just see these guys and the Gale right there, Sierra Clamper, just sawing at these wheels here. We go back up front as Garrett Maines, Kyler Wynn still battling for the lead. Zachary Range doing a great job behind Kyler Wynn right now. And while we got you guys, tomorrow night, FEG returns to the fold for a 9 p.m. race. PGR eSports will be on the call for that one. Looking forward to the return of FEG. Has a little bit of an I-rating cap on that race. I believe it was more than halfway sold out earlier today. So if you're looking to race, hop on in. And we have a caution out again here on lap 52 of 90. Yellow flag is out. Garrett Maines is your leader, as we're going to go take you to that yellow. Not exactly sure here what the yellow came out for. Nothing that we see here on the screen. Nobody reported as a crashed car in this one. We'll go back live, see if we can figure out what the caution was for on that one. And we'll see if any of these drivers take the pit road, if they still have any tires left, which they only have one set to come down and take here tonight. And something we have not really seen on the money side of things is a 2-tire max. And I think it's a really cool idea here by our race controller, Matthew Baker, as you see Garrett Maines come down pit lane. Pit lane might be busy. You got a lot of guys staying out. Here's the entry of pit lane for everybody. Garrett Maines coming down Zachary Range. He is in his box. Andrew Navarro, he is down pit road. Mike Davenport, Kenny McCullough Jr., they are down pit road, as is Tucker McClendon. Nicholas Baluch, he's in pit road. And the race off pit road is on. It looks like Jason Maines is going to beat his son Garrett Maines off, followed by Zachary Range. So it'll be interesting to see where they blend into this field. If they did, in fact, save their tires till now. We have about 36 laps left in this one, and we'll see if those guys were able to save. Kyler Wynn leading. He stayed out on the racetrack, as did Matthew Lee, who is now cycled up to P2. Malik Ray, 3rd. Dylan Jones in the 35. He will be 5th. J.R. Miller, Team PGR. He will round out your top 5. And the man I talked about earlier, it's the 02 of Logan York, the guy that was saving tires early probably. I'll tell you right now, Logan York, if there's a guy just as hot or a little less hot as Matthew Lee, it's that guy right there, Logan York. Consistently in the top 5 of these money races the last couple weeks. Ryan Bass, we haven't talked much about him tonight. The 7 in the Hellman's Chevrolet, just behind Logan York. Cody Niegels still hasn't made his charge to the front. We know he will do that very soon. And Sierra Clampert, what a run for her, into the top 10 right now. In the blue and purple, looking for her third cash in this series. If she can get it here tonight at Atlanta. Was super excited to run this race tonight. Got the chance to talk to her earlier. And yet again, if you're just joining us here in the second half of the PGR Esports and Nurses Make the Difference 90. Unfortunately, we just could not get the audio working for Matthew Baker here tonight in my first solo. Well, I guess it wasn't supposed to be solo, but it is now broadcast. But hope I'm doing a good job, getting better hopefully with each lap, and hopefully can have a great finish to boot here tonight and learn from any mistake that had happened earlier and get back and better for tomorrow night's FEG race. Dawson Wise, he'll be on the call tomorrow night after FEG for PGR's race at Daytona in the Craftsman trucks. We'll be going 50 laps with 50% fuel, one fast repair. And that will probably be the last Friday night race for PGR Esports as FEG, and it looks to be SSK making a little bit of a comeback. Held their spot for a little bit, but going to stick to Thursdays as our prestigious race here. We're going to go back green here at Atlanta. It's the Canadian Kyler Wynn, Matthew Lee on his outside, and we are back green at Atlanta. And Kyler Wynn's going to lead that lap. Malik Ray matching him on the outside. Matthew Lee's going to be second there on the bottom. Dylan Jones now getting a piece of the action. Jeffrey Merck, he's going to go 3 as he has done so many times here tonight. Man, he looks very fast up top, very comfortable. Great handling race car right there. Zachary Range, he was on pit road earlier. We see him coming a little bit farther from the back here right now. He's wasting no time getting in the back of this one. Garrett Maines as well, riding there on the bottom. Trevor Ashronoff, he dominated earlier in this race. Trevin looking to make a comeback here. And there goes J.R. Miller. Oh, Matthew Lee hard into the fence. Another yellow is out. Oh, not good news for the 04 of Matthew Lee. Multiple cars are going to be caught up in this one. And we're going to go and take a look at this yellow flag. J.R. Miller, you could see him right here on the apron. Matthew Lee just snapped loose right up into the wall. Sierra Clamper, innocent bystander. You could see her hood go right off her car and up into the catch fence. A hard lick for Matthew Lee. I'm going to rewind this one and see if we could get back to what happened here and who else got in this one. But Matthew Lee, a hard hit. And we had multiple cars behind him getting into the action. See if we can ride with Nash Brambilla. Try to go back up this just a little bit here for you guys. Looks like the 17, maybe the 23 also involved here. See if we can see Nicholas here in the 17 car. Let's take you slow motion there as the big wreck happened in front. These two tangled up on the track. Nash Brambilla, he was loose on the apron. Nicholas Baluch, he goes into the wall. Cars are scattering here to miss the wreck with Matthew Lee and Sierra Clampert. Garrett Maines barely avoids that. Man, it just seems like tonight when something happens in front, everyone's checking up. Maybe some of these guys are on old tires, and wow, man, just a lot of checkups, big accordion effects. It's very hard, it looks like, to save these cars and bring them down to a stop during these wrecks. Trevin Astronaut, he's got damage. Wow, the 89 gets a lot of damage near the tail end of that one. Very unfortunate for him as we take you back up to the lead cars here. We are back live. It's going to be Malik Ray, the 7. He's going to be on the inside front row with the 82 of Kyler Wynn on the outside. The lights on the pace car are still on. We are lap 60 and 90, 30 laps to go here at Atlanta. It looks like we will take the green the next time by. And some aerial footage from the Goodyear blimp here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Thanks again to all the nurses in the country, all over, first responders, everybody that is in the healthcare field. This is a big month for them, a big appreciation to Tony Cox's wife again. Out of the Ascension Medical Oncology Unit in Anderson, Indiana, his wife Stephanie. He is the 72 driver here tonight, Tony Cox. One more thank you to him and a thank you to his wife for all that they do. Awesome to see drivers in the series sponsoring races for good causes, for birthdays, and pretty much anything here at PGR eSports. Way to pay back to the drivers here tonight. 100% payout. As we look to go back green here at Atlanta, it's Malik Ray in the front. Kyler Wynn on his outside. Jeffrey Merck third. Fourth is the 02 of Logan York. Zachary Range, he's going to round out your top 5. Garrett Maines, he will be running in the 6th position. Ryan Baste also there in the top 10, as is Jared Haynes, Kevin Fries, and Cody Niegels, as we are back green here at Atlanta. 30 laps to go. Little update on the payout tonight. It'll be $225 to first place, $150 to second. I think that was to make room for the halfway leader. Malik Ray will lead the field on this lap. Kyler Wynn to his outside. And I'll tell you what, the race is on. I'm not sure if anybody saved their tires this long. If there is a late caution, I'll tell you what, if you are on that lead lap and you still have tires, which I highly doubt, I'll tell you what, you might be in the position to win this thing tonight. And Malik Ray all the way to the 24th position. Tucker McClendon, I'll tell you what, man, we're within about 4.5 seconds from 1st to 24th here at Atlanta. Business is picking up. Just take a peek at the mid-pack. Here's Jared Haynes. It's a lot of cars here going down the backstretch, jockeying for position. They're not going to have too much more patience. The 44 for sure is not, of Andrew Navarro, as he takes it 3 wide here on the front stretch. Cody Niegels in the middle. Cody's going to jump up 3 in front of Andrew Navarro as they settle back down to the middle here. Back up front, we still have Malik Ray leading. I'll tell you what, it'd be a big win for him here tonight. As I said earlier, I'm almost positive he was the Coke Series winner this year at Atlanta. And I will never forget watching his reaction to that one. Very deserving win, as a caution has flown yet again. Yellow flag is out. It looks like Christopher Carter went off the track, came back on the track. We'll have to go take a peek exactly what this caution flag is for. Pace car is catching up to the field now. And we'll go see if we can catch a replay of the wreck. And to rewind just a little bit for you here. See if we can slow this down. Might be a little bit back behind this wreck. This was the wreck earlier. We're going to have to go find if it was Chris Carter. Looks like this was also the wreck earlier. Might have went too far back here. Could be Nash Brambila in the 28. Maybe Trevin Ashronoff possibly got in this. Steve Sizemore. And this is another earlier incident in this race. Trying to find exactly what happened here. We go look at Sierra Clamper. She was running inside of Trevin Astronaut. She's going to lose it. Wow, she barely
testing.
misses the 78. That's what drew out the caution. It was the 18 of Sierra Clamper almost coming back on the track. Man, very close call with J.R. Miller there. We're going to get a replay here. Coming off pit lane, it looks like David Sheets, Andrew Navarro, Trevin Astronaut were on pit road there. So we take you back up front live. It's going to be...
Well, I think we figured out the audio issue, Mike. I think I'm here.
Oh, wow, you are here. What happened? You got us still?
Yep, I think so. I'm listening to the broadcast right now. I think I'm here.
Yeah, you're coming in on my side, so, well, I got my buddy back up here in the tower. Baker, yeah, well, I scrambled there for a little while. Wasn't too pretty, me having to do all the controls and not have a person up here with me, but tried to hold it together as much as I can. But, man, it's been a crazy night here. I don't know, from my vantage point, I've seen, a lot of single car spins, and then anybody behind them just haven't been able to kind of slow down and avoid any of those wrecks.
Yeah, it's just the hot track temp, honestly. I wish I would have been there for that call for, the three wide that was going on most of the time coming to the halfway point for the leader, and you saw Garrett Maines got it. But it's a nice change of pace. Everyone here seems to be enjoying it. People up front seem to be enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. You've been doing a great job calling it yourself for the first time. It's been fun I've been sitting here listening to it, but all the strategies and where the tires are at, that's what's really, really about to come into play here. You got Jeff Merck on a little bit older tires. You got Logan York on a little older tires. Zach Range. Garrett Main's going to be there. Maybe look for him to come to the front. Jason Maines, he took his tires. He's towards the back. Malik Ray, Kyler Wynn, they're going to be coming to the front with fresh tires. So, I mean, this is going to be a lot of fun to watch these guys come through the field here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. 23 laps to go. It'll be 22 to go at the line, and the nurses make a difference. 90. Pace car is off, heading to pit road. We are going to be coming here at green yet again as business looks to pick up. Logan York, Jeffrey Merck on the front row. We are green here at Atlanta.
Oh, big stack up on the top lane with Jimmy Emos. It looks like Malik Ray going to get to the inside. He's going to be middle of three wide with Kyler Wynn back there. They're working together. Watch for them to try and hang it up three wide pretty early. Zach Range is clear of that top lane. He's going to take it to the top side. He's got Logan York behind him pushing. Garrett Maines on the bottom, though. He's going to get to Jeff Merck pretty soon. Gets to him. They're going to look for a side draft here, trying to keep up that lead. Stacks up that top lane. That top lane's going to get real loose here. But watch for these fresh tires to start to come forward. You see Kyler Wynn on the top, three wide coming out of four.
Yeah, three wide coming out of four. Kyler Wynn being very aggressive here late. Why wouldn't he? We're used to it. Logan York getting a little loose behind Zachary Range. Richard Elliott, he's coming back up to the front. He was up in the front earlier. Malik Ray, I'll tell you what, he's the 7. I think Baker, he was the winner, if I'm not mistaken, in the Coke Series this year at Atlanta. So, you know, a very good driver here at Atlanta, looking to see if he can get to victory lane tonight.
Caution out back. Looks like we have 3 or 4 cars around down the middle of the backstretch and towards the back half of the field. Started with Joshua McCullough. It looks like got loose on his own there.
Yellow flag is out one more time. See if we can go back, see exactly what happened. Everything up here in the front was sorted out. It looks like maybe Ron Morris. If we can go back and take a peek and see what happened to the 76. There was actually a wreck in front of him. It was the 01 of Josh McCullough and Sierra Clampert. As they're going to come into your screen here. Ron Morris was trying to avoid them. And he got loose. If we go back to Joshua McCullough, this is what started it and brought your caution out. Back up real quick there. A little bit more for everybody. See exactly what happened with the 01. And he just got loose. He didn't even get hit there. So it's just another car getting loose on their own, snapping loose almost, hitting that apron. Sierra had nowhere to go. She's going to get into him. As they're on the brake, smoke coming out from the back of their cars. Ron Morris is going to come into the picture. He ended up spinning on his own. It's possible Justin Mills maybe got a piece of this. David Sheets has entered pit lane. Logan York has entered pit lane. So has Nash Brambilla. Logan York again. So we'll have to see the strategy plays here.
Yeah, it looks like Logan came down, took his 4 tires. Range is going to be on his old tires. Merck's going to be on his old tires. Baines has already taken his 4, I believe. Garrett, that is. I know Jason took his 4 on the last pit stop. So a lot of varying strategies coming through the field here. But Kyler Wynn definitely in the driver's seat right now, being in P4 with the freshest tires, and he's going to have Malik Ray behind him, going to be in 5th.
Yeah, this can be very interesting. I love this race format here tonight. We're looking right now, if we want to run through your top 10, it's Jeffrey Merck in the 60 in first. Garrett Main scored second right now. Zachary Range, he will be scored third with Kyler Wynn in fourth. Malik Ray, who scored in fifth with Jared Haynes in sixth. Kevin Freeze, which we talked about early in the race, looks like actually he might be eighth. The scoring kind of changed on me just a little bit. But Malik Ray 5th, Jared Haynes 6th, Richard Elliott 7th, Kevin Freeze 8th, Dylan Jones 9th, and rounding out your top 10 right now is Christopher Carter. And a guy I kind of talked about earlier, Cody Niegels. We're used to talking about him a little bit more. Never seen him so patient in a race. I'm wondering if a lot of strategy maybe out of that 6. We'll see if he comes alive here in the last 18 laps.
Yeah, it definitely is. They roll down the backstretch. The lights are out on the pace car. We're going to go green this time by. Looks like we're going to have around 16 laps to go here. It's going to be a barn burner, as they say. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I think I'm looking for Kyler and Malik to really control their destiny here in this race if they're able to save the tires. Garrett's going to block for all he's worth, and it's one of the better mile-and-a-half drivers. This is how this race is playing out. It's more like an actual mile-and-a-half where you see entire saving strategy mixed with super speedway. So it's a nice best of both worlds. I really wish I was out there on track, honestly. This pace car is going to pull down. We're going to take the green flag here with Jeff Merck on the inside, lined up with Zach Range. Green flag is back out in the air. We're racing back in Atlanta.
Racing back out Atlanta. We're on board with 7 of Malik Ray. You're going to get a good look going into turn 1 here with 17 laps to go as he's pushing Zach Range. Can't even see the car in front of him. Garrett Maines and Kyler Wynn to their outside. If you look in his rear view mirror, you'll see a slew of other cars. I'll tell you what, things are heating up. They're heating up quick here at Atlanta.
Upstairs goes Jeff Merck to the bumper of Garrett Main's range push on the bottom by Malik Ray. He's going to sit here and try and save as much tire as he can. Kevin Freeze looked out 3 wide. He got around Jared Haynes there. He's now 4th in line on the top, looking to exploit where Kyler Wynn's going. Kevin Freeze going to go up all the way up to the top. There goes Kyler Wynn. Garrett drops all the way to the bottom.
Matt Lee's into the wall. There goes the 89 Trevor Nashroff. He's in the wall. Ryan Based into the wall. Big wreck here with 16 laps to go. Man, I've never seen so many hard hits. We go to Daytona, we go to Talladega. Man, we see some hits there, but there have been some hard hits here tonight in this green fence here at Atlanta. Wow, another big one. As we're going to have to jump back there and check that one out. Yellow flag back in the air. And we're going to have to go back here to Trevin Astronaut, man. I think he's going to take the worst of this. Let's back this up just a little bit. We're going to come through here. Slow motion. Big checkup on the top. You can see Garrett Maines, Kyler Wynn. Kevin Freeze had to get out of it a little bit. Matthew Lee goes up. He is not clear. Ryan Baste, he comes right across his nose. Matthew Lee's going to go in the wall. So is Ryan Baste. Trevin Astronaut, you know, as soon as it looks like you hit those brakes a little bit to avoid something, it snaps your car around. He's going to come down, getting in McCall. He's going to snap back right towards the wall, straight across his teammate's front end of the 7, Ryan Baste. Baste is going to lose his front bumper. Trevin Astronaut, heavy damage again. Bumper's going to go all the way to the bottom of the track. Just avoids Tucker McClendon. J.R. Miller diving down. There comes the race sponsor, Tony Cox, and gets in to the 89. Almost sends the 89 over. Unfortunate for one of your... Oh, and there goes his bumper. Man, Trevin Astronaut, he was fast early, and he's not going to be fast anymore. He is going to have to limp that 89 home here tonight. We're going to take you back up front live. It's Garrett Maines leading when the caution came out. 14 laps to go. There'll be 13 to go when we hit the stripe here during the caution lap. Lights are still on the pace car. Jeffrey Merck, dominant race from him tonight. Had about a week off, was vacationing down in Cancun with his wife, Dawn. Zachary Range, he is a kart racer back at home. Enjoys formula racing, but I'll tell you what, he's a very good stock car racer as well. Zach Range in 3rd. Kyler Wynn, glad to see him back. We talked about him earlier, the 82, always aggressive. But tonight, I'll tell you what, he's doing a great job keeping his car as clean as he possibly can through the chaos. He has scored in 4th. Malik Ray scored in 5th. Kevin Freeze, 6th. Richard Elliott, 7th. Dylan Jones, 8th. Christopher Carter, 9th. Jared Haynes rounding out your top 10. Looks like we should get the lights off on the pace car this time by, as we'll stack them up one more time. Be 13 laps to go right now, 12 to go when we do go back green. Here in the nurses, make the difference, 90.
Looks like Garrett's going to take the bottom. It rolled really well last time for Merck. I was able to get a good push, stay out in front. I just don't see Kyler staying with Merck here at all. I think he's going to go top of 3, and I think you're going to see Kevin go with him. The 3 wide move it's risky, but whenever you have tires that are older in front of you, you got some really fresh tires under you, some fresh Goodyears, you're going to try and make your way to the front, try and get this win. I mean, Zach Range has done a very good job tonight, impressing me here inside the top 5, running well with Garrett, running well with Merck. Will the pressure get to him in this spot, or will he prevail? I think he's going to get the job done. I think he's going to finish in the top 5, bring home some money here, because everyone behind is going to be hungry. You're going to see Cody Nagels, Logan York, Matt Lee trying to get up there, make moves on these fresh tires. They want to take advantage of what they have right now and not heat cycle them. So we'll see how it plays out here with going to be 12 laps to go as we take the green flag.
Got 12 laps to go when we do take the green. We're going to show you the weather just a little bit. You could see that track temp, 134 degrees. It's 82 degrees outside, but 134 degrees in that asphalt. It is slick. It is hot. We have cars slipping and sliding. And I'll tell you what, 12 to go here. Coming to the line, it's Garrett Maines, it's Jeffrey Merck, and we are green at Atlanta.
Big jump on the bottom side by Garrett Maines. 2 on the bottom, still kind of off with Zach Range. The top lane really formed up right now. Garrett's going to have to make a decision where he wants to go. I really don't think you're going to see much saving out of anyone here. Kevin Freeze drops to the bottom with Dylan Jones and leaves only 2 cars up to the outside. Malik Ray takes him 3 wide. Here comes Kyler Wynn to the middle. That's going to hang out Merck, top of 3. Not what he wants to see. Zach Range back down to the bottom. They're going to be 3 wide, entering 3, taking it to turn 4 here. Back to second place, 3 wide. Merck trying to side draft. All over Kyler Wynn out of turn 4.
Awesome racing here in Atlanta. This is what we've been waiting for. Zachary Range, he's on the point right now leading. Kyler Wynn pushing Garrett Maines down into the turn. Jeffrey Merck, he's going to be all by himself in the third, but here comes the 6 of Cody Eagles. It looks like somebody's sideways. They look like they saved it. Might have been Logan York. Awesome save right there in the purple and green. We are still green here at Atlanta.
Still green in Atlanta, 2x2. A great save by Logan York. Really caught the wheel there out of turn 4. Almost impossible to do here. Zach Range a little loose up front, but everyone is stacking up. Jeff Merck taking a look, 3 wide. He's got his former teammate Cody Nagels looking to go with him on the top side of 3 wide. He knows it's the only way they're going to gain track position. He's all the way up, riding the wall, dragging it down with the right rear. Can he hold on to it and get that push from Cody Nagels like he wants to? The top side. Oh,
we got a wreck.
2 cars off to the wall. They're not going to come back up to the track.
We have another caution. Caution here at Atlanta.
No caution.
No caution. Caution is not out. We're going to go back up live here in the front. Caution is not out at Atlanta. 9 laps to go. Kyler Wynn is now leading. He's going to block the middle. Zachary Range, that opens the door for him on the bottom. Here's another guy. Dylan Jones now leads the top. He's being pushed by the 44 of Andrew Navarro. We are 3x3. Kevin Freeze is loose. There goes the 1. There goes Dylan Jones to 35. We have a wreck. Caution is going to be out for this one. Oh my God, and there is a big caution. All the leaders racing hard, and this is going to be a great shot here of the caution. 3x3. The 6 pushes the 25. He goes up into the 1. Garrett Maines, he's going to turn. Dylan Jones is going to turn. And we have a big one. Many of the leaders caught up in this one. And that is not at all what a lot of these guys up here that have been running up front most of tonight wanted to see. A big wreck.
Yeah, you knew it was going to happen. You knew that the pushes were going to come too much there at the end, and it's just what happened. Everyone just
chopper view here. And the 6 gets into the 25, gets into the 1. He's going to go up high, gets into the 35 and the 44. Looks like Malik might have got very minimal damage, was able to save that one. Zachary Range and Kyler Wynn, I'll tell you what, those guys were out front, and they were able to avoid that one. They were going to be very happy where they were at there, and that's going to change some stuff up here in the front. As we go back live, we're scoring Kyler Wynn in the lead. 7 laps to go. Pace lights are still on the backstretch here at Atlanta. Malik Ray is running in second. Richard Elliott, we brought him up a couple times, having a great run tonight. He's in the top 5. Jared Haynes, another guy, he's been up in the top 10 almost all night long. Great run out of Jared. Jimmy Emos, I'll tell you what, Jimmy Emos, he is 14th in the top 15. Jimmy Emos having one of his better runs in the Intimidator Superspeedway Series. Nice to see him coming back week in, week out, getting better. I'll tell you what, this is a tough place to run, especially with what Baker brought to the table tonight with only 2 sets of tires and a hot racetrack. And for some of these guys like Sierra or girls, I should say, Sierra Clampert and Jimmy Emos and some new guys here in the fold on this lead lap battling. Kudos to them, man. That's a very tough race right now. And looking forward here to the end. Hopefully we can go green when we do take the green here next time by.
It'll be 5 to go. We take the green flag this next time by. You have Kyler Wynn starting on the bottom. He's got his teammate in the Discord with him tonight with Malik Ray. I just got a report that Tucker McClendon is on new tires, but he's all the way back in 20th. Garrett Maines towards the back, Logan York towards the back. Couple cars that were really up here running well. Just had unfortunate timing. Richard Elliott has a little bit of right front damage. It looks like Richard Elliott, that is. So we'll be looking out for what he has in store for this restart. Jeff Merck has no hood on the car, but he has a clean front bumper. I don't know if that's a glitch for me or if he actually doesn't have a hood. If he doesn't have a hood, then he's going to be pretty slow. They're third in line on the bottom, but we will see as we're going into turns 3 and 4.
Into turns 3 and 4, you're going to get a good look here above in the blimp. And that's the main pack right there. A lot of cars off the pace here tonight, or off the track. We are coming around here, turn number 4. Zachary Range on the outside. Kyler Wynn, he is on the inside. The pace car is down in pit lane. And we are back green at Atlanta. There's 5 laps to go.
Big jump on the bottom. 3 cars. You got Merck there with no hood. It is no visual glitch. He actually has no hood. You see Logan York taking it to the top. So, oh, Richard Elliott really off the pace there. They're 4 wide shuffling. Really, really tight 4 wide. Richard Elliott going to shuffle all the way to the back. You've got 5 cars in a line there on the bottom. Kyler Wynn trying to block Malik Ray, even though he knows he's working with him. When you want to go for that win, you want to go for that win. I know Malik Ray knows how to win here in Atlanta. He won here in the Coke Series earlier this year. Watch for him to make a move to this outside. If not, he's going to stay tucked to the back bumper of Kyler Wynn and bring it home 1-2.
Well, here comes Zachary Range being pushed by the 25 of Kevin Freeze. Is Malik going to jump out? He does. The 7's going to jump out in front of the 043. Malik Ray's looking for more here down on the backstretch. He's almost side by side with Wynn. How is Merck doing it with no hood? Unbelievable. 2x2x2 all the way through here. We have 4 laps to go. There's going to be 3 to go at the line.
Oh, Jason Main's a little bit loose. He's looking 3 wide. Zach Range getting a little bit loose. He's got to the back bumper of Kevin Freeze. These pushes are going to get really, really hard here. Here goes Matt Lee to the top. They're going to get tight loose up there in the 3rd line, but it's going to get squirrely. Oh, man. Garrett Maines saves it towards the back 3 wide. It's going to shuffle Jason out. Matt Lee to the top 3 wide. Zach Range still holding on to it. It's become to 2 to go here.
Yes, he is. He's pushing Malik Ray down the backstretch. Malik Ray is leading that middle. Matthew Lee's up top. Is Matthew Lee going to get any help from the Trevor Astronaut? He's got a lot of damage. Kyler Wynn's going to hold the bottom. He's content right now, but it's the 60 with that hood damage going to be able to hold him off. The 60's around. Kyler Wynn gets hit. He can't hold it. 7 stays up front, and we got a big wreck here. Huge wreck here at Atlanta with 3 laps to go. Kyler Wynn was your leader. Kyler Wynn is no longer your leader. And let's go and take a look at yet another big one here at Atlanta. 3 wide racing for the latter stages of this race. And we're going to take a look at what started this one. Merck comes up just a little bit. He's going to get, not turn, but he's going to get into the 25, turn himself just about. I'll back this up just one more little time here. You could see right there, the 043 comes down. He's going to clip the 82, hook him. 78's going to get into the Zachary Range. We can go back up here to what was your race leader, Kyler Wynn. Now he's back here coming up the track trying to save it. Goes into Matthew Lee. Garrett Maines involved. Trevin Astronaut, J.R. Miller, Mike Davenport. 02 of Logan York is spun. And I'll tell you what, Trevin Astronaut was able to get through it. Kevin Freeze benefits from that one. Looks like he's going to start second to Malik Ray for the green-white checkered. Unfortunate circumstance there for Kyler Wynn as Nash Brambeal is going to pound right into the back of the 82. Cody Neagles is going to get some damage. Doesn't look like a lot of it. But you'll have some cars coming down pit road here to clean up some of their cars if they can, if they have any time to do so. Davenport came down, so did Andrew Navarro. J.R. Miller's down on pit road. Richard Elliott, he entered the pits, so a lot of cars coming down pit road for service here. We're going to go back up front to your leader, Malik Ray. He's going to lead that 25 of Kevin Freeze. Kevin Freeze looking to become one of the most all-time winning drivers here in PGR history. 25 machine of Kevin Freeze. Man, you just look through this whole field and you just see car after car beaten and banged up and scraped up and fenders in and engine hoods off, and it's just carnage here, I mean, at this track. So, man, it's just crazy out there. Awesome to watch and call this race for these guys here tonight. It's one of those races I'm almost happy I'm up here calling it, not racing in it myself. Crazy, crazy race so far here tonight. These guys up front are going at it. Man, we're not going to have much left after this one, guys. Malik Ray and Kevin Freeze are going to get side by side. The pace lights are off. We are going to have a green-white checkered finish. And you look at Malik Ray, Coke Series driver, leading the field. And see if he can get it done, not just in Coke, but also in PGR. This one is setting up to be a great finish here tonight. And look at that track temp one more time, 134 degrees.
This is going to be a good restart here. You see the field dwindle down to about 20 cars here on the lead lap, counting 20 on the lead lap at this time here. We're going to take the green flag. Matt Lee, ton of damage on the bottom lane, second in line on the bottom. I'm going to see that top lane really get a launch here. I think you're going to see Malik jump early, try and get up in front here as they're going to take the green flag.
Green flag is out. We are on a green-white checkered finish. Malik Ray is on point. Kevin Freeze getting a great push by the one of Garrett Maines. 04, Matthew Lee still not out of it. Beaten and banged it all. Matthew Lee, he's going to get passed by Kevin Freeze. Kevin Freeze pushing the 7 hard. We have a big wreck. Big wreck. Zachary Range around. So is Joshua McCullough, and caution is out. Caution is out again here at Atlanta. And we're going to go back here and take a look and see exactly what happened. A lot of work being done by race control here tonight to look at all these wrecks. A big check up there. The 35 just stays off the 82. Zach Range comes in. See, he tries to split a little bit. Puts 4 wide. We have 4 wide here at Atlanta. Mills comes up as the 4. He gets into the Jones. Range can't hold on. He's going to get up inside the 0-1 of Joshua McCullough. Tucker McClendon. Man, yet again, that guy just had so much bad luck. Jason Maines again in the wreck. You see Andrew Navarro, Richard Elliott, Nash Brambill all trying to avoid it. And Zach Range, one of the favorites here so far tonight, been running up front. Yet again, unfortunate luck for him, as he will be plenty off pace. Have to come back down pit road again. Is Zach Range. We're going to go back live to the front of the field. We're going to wind him up again. It'll be the second green-white checkered when we do take green. So you see the ticker up top. And I'll tell you what, we started this race with 34, 35 drivers. And right now, I'll tell you what, half that field is just torn up. Maybe, if not half, maybe even more. You could see right there is a lot of these drivers multiple laps down here in the middle of the field going on to the back. Multiple drivers out is Carter, Ryan Bass, Tony Cox, David Sheets, Steve Sizemore, Mark Math, Nathan Rostisel with early bad luck, Ron Morris, and Mason, who I believe did not make the field. So what a wild one here at Atlanta. Might as well call it Hot Atlanta tonight. Crazy, crazy racing here. We'll see if we can pull up the track map for everybody. Kind of give you guys an idea of where everybody is at on the track. You got cars on pit road. Got cars here coming out of turn number 3 into the middle of turns 3 and 4. It's the Nurses Make the Difference 90. You see the logo here in the bottom right corner of your screen. Shout out to all the nurses around the country. Pace car will be coming around one more time. Pace lights will be going out here at the start finish line. Craziness here at Atlanta, and I think we're going to have some more craziness on track, and hopefully could be a really, really good finish here tonight.
Pace lights are going to come off here. We're going to try this again here. Second green white checkered. We're going to have Malik Ray on the bottom. He's going to get pushed by Garrett Maines. It's going to be a slugfest between these top three. And Trevor Osmernoth, again, back up. He loves Atlanta. I know he was there involved in some stuff early, but now it looks like he's got a clean car. Trying to come to the front. I think Logan York's going to hang out Matt Lee pretty quickly. He's got a pretty damaged car there on the outside line, so you can see that bottom roll pretty well, I think.
Yeah, this could be very interesting to see this restart. You got a lot of cars up here, Xfinity cars, Fords and Chevys and Toyotas even, all dinged up. But it looks like that 7 and that 25 are the cleanest. They're going to lead us down to green. It's the 7 of Malik Ray and the 25 of Kevin Freeze. Lots of drivers off or out of this one. As we come out of turn number 4, you're going to see the pace car peel off down onto pit road. And we are going to wind them up what could be the last time. This is the second green-white checkered. And here we go. Let's see who's going to get it done. It's Malik Ray out front as we cross the start-finish line. Kevin Freeze is going to come to his bumper. Malik Ray is going to go up. Garrett opens the door for Garrett Maines as here comes Malik Ray cutting his nose off.
Big push on the bottom by Garrett Maines. He's going to be trying everything he's worth to try and get hooked up with Kevin. He is now hooked up with Kevin. Malik's going to have to make his car very wide to block these two cars. Everyone's stacking up. Logan York jumps to the bottom. He's going to be 5th in line. Garrett Maines looking to get to the outside, and Kevin Freeze, he's not going to, or sorry, Malik Ray, he's not going to get there, though. Running half a line, blocking for everything is worth. We're going to get to the white flag. Garrett Maines gets to the outside of Malik Ray. Can he hold on to it? Kevin Freeze going to come to his aid. Oh, he doesn't get there, though. Big block from Malik. Huge block. Garrett tries to cut to the bottom. Still blocking. 2 by 2 behind. Will Garrett make the move to the high side? He's still trying. Oh, really loose. Big move coming with a big push from Kevin Freeze. Will Garrett jump to the bottom? He does. Down to the bottom. Here comes Kevin. They're trying to block.
They're
Malik Ray going to
back.
be tight on the door. Garrett Maines. Garrett Maines with clean air. Will his car get loose out in front? Side by side out of 4. Who's going to get it? Is it going to be Garrett Maines? Is it going to be Malik Ray? They're touching at the line. Who's it going to be? I don't know. Garrett Maines, I think.
What a finish. Garrett Maines is going to get it done here at Atlanta. Unbelievable racing from 2 Coke Series stars. Garrett Maines, Malik Ray put on a show. Unbelievable finish by Garrett Maines, Malik Ray. Kevin Freeze is going to round out your podium. And we are going to have to take a look at that finish by Garrett Maines. It looked to me like Malik Ray was going to have that one. And Garrett Maines, as we come out of turn 4, we're going to slow this down. What a job by the 1 and the 7. Kevin Freeze tried to go 3 here. to get a 3-wide finish. We're going to try to pause it for everybody right at the line. It is Garrett Maines, your winner. Malik Ray will finish in second, and Kevin Freeze rounds out your podium. Matt Lee fourth and Logan York fifth. They're going to round out your payout positions. What a finish here for the nurses. Make a difference. 90 at Atlanta. We chose a great place to go to, the first time in PGR history, and we had a race to the finish. One of the top 3 finishes I'd say here at PGR eSports. Great job by the drivers here to get that done. Unbelievable finish. And that is how we lined them up here. It's Garrett Maines, your winner. And we will pull up your race results before we take a quick break to get your podium finishers. Hopefully we'll have that audio for you. We've had some technical difficulties on the audio side. But what a finish here tonight at PGR. And that's what we want. We love to see it. It's Garrett Maines, again, a winner. PGR. We're going to go to your race results. And there they are. The PGR Esports Nurses Make the Difference 90. In first place tonight is going to be Garrett Maines by 3/1000th of a second over Malik Ray. Kevin Freeze will be third, Matthew Lee fourth, Logan York in fifth. They will round out your payout positions. Cody Neagles, one spot out of the payout. He will finish in sixth place. Trevor Ashronoff, what a rally for him with all the damage and all the wrecks here tonight. He will finish in seventh. Kyler Wynn, unfortunately, taken out from the lead. He will finish in eighth. Joshua McCullough, who's gotten into a couple incidents tonight, he will finish in ninth. Sierra Clamper, a great run for her yet again. Awesome job. A top 10 at a very tough track. I'll tell you what, man, she's got a couple cash outs and she's looking for more. She's getting very good at these plate races, and hope to see her continue. Andrew Navarro, he will be in 11th place. Jason Maines 12th. J.R. Miller of PGR Esports, he's 13th. So is Nash Brambilla. Dylan Jones is in 15th. Justin Mills 16th. Mike Davenport 17th. Tucker McClendon is 18th. In 19th tonight is Richard Elliott of BAR. Brock Westmoreland of PGR, he's in 20th. Zachary Range, 21st. Jeffrey Merck of NBG finishes in 22nd. Nicholas Baluch, he'll finish in 23rd. Hope I'm saying your name right, bud. 24th is Jimmy Emos. Jared Haynes, he will finish in 25th. McCullough Motorsports, Kenny McCullough Jr., he will finish in 26th here tonight. Christopher Carter, 27th. Ryan Bass, the KSR, he will finish in 28th. Tony Cox will finish in 29th. And David Sheets of McCullough Motorsports, he will finish in 30th. Steve Sizemore, he will finish in 31st place tonight with Mark Math in 32nd. Nathan Rossesol, bad luck here in the beginning of Team PGR. He'll finish in 33rd. And even worse luck for Ron Morris Jr. tonight. And 35th will be Jacob Mason. Do not believe he made the field. So that'll be your top 35 here tonight. As Garrett Maines, we'll scroll back up to the top so you can see Garrett Maines, he is your winner.
I got the top 3 here for the interviews. We're going to pull them in and get them done here. We'll start with Kevin Freeze, our third place finisher, and Triscaro will be talking to him here.
Hey, Kevin Freeze, you got a copy, bud?
Yeah, Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. It had a little fumble early on, Baker. We couldn't catch his audio, so of course I'm
Oh,
broadcasting for the first time ever, and had a rough little start, but recovered. And you guys put on a show, so it was pretty easy to recover. It was a crazy, crazy race. Kind of, it was different, for PGR being at Atlanta.
so
Ha-
much fun.
yeah, so well, that's a good thing to hear. Two sets of tires. That's what I'm going to ask about. We don't see that often, even when we do go to Atlanta and some of these other money series. What was that like for you?
Um, well, if anybody goes back and listens to Garrett's stream, we were discussing basically from the grid time, like when to take the tires, because somebody was going to take them too early, and then somebody would probably take them too late. Just because you don't know when is the right time with the cautions falling, especially with how long of a run we had there in the beginning. That was just like a giant game of cat and mouse up front. Just like some people were pushing, most of us weren't. It's nice that you actually had to think and not just be flat out.
Well, yeah, it was.
Take away the tires next time. No tires.
Take away the tires. You heard it from Kevin Freeze first. Well, Kevin, I watched you kind of keep that, car clean, unlike a lot of others. It seemed like there was, every time we had a single car spin, there was big, everyone braking behind it seemed to spin as well. But it looked like you and even Kyler Wynn near the end until he got turned, had some clean cars. It'll probably a lot to do with it. But, you got another top three, another podium in PGR. I think if you might have won, you might been the all-time race winner here. I'm sure that race win will come. But you're up there with a couple Coke drivers, so it's pretty cool. Be on a podium with Garrett Maines, Malik Ray. Malik Ray winning the Coke Series race here at Atlanta this year. Does that mean
Yeah.
something to you to kind of be up there with those three guys?
Yeah, it's especially this kind of race where it just became thinking, and you really could see who knew what they were doing saving the tire. So this was a good challenge. We liked this a lot. I think most of the people in the field probably enjoyed the heck out of this more than the traditional. Like, we all enjoy super speedway racing a bit, but you saw this race tonight basically play out sort of like a mile and a half race. You had all of us running this like it was old Atlanta with our line, probably all of our throttle input too. Just trying to save. So it was fun mixing it up with Kyler, Malik, Garrett, of course, Matt, who saved like his tires like crazy in the beginning and then came around us like a missile. So this was just quite enjoyable, a nice mix up, and I hope we do races like this way more often.
Well, we listen to the drivers here, and we for sure will, man. We appreciate your race and another top three, another payout for Kevin Freeze here tonight. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, thank you to you for putting on the broadcast for the first time here tonight. It's you'll learn, I'm sure, to enjoy it. I know you hopped in the booth the other night, so keep coming around. Thank you to Baker for probably having the most enjoyable RC
Oh yeah.
race of his life. I mean, people were you you almost could predict that the people who were going to self spin eventually, because they came flying around us, and then yeah, they're just holding on. Thank you to the drivers who kept it really clean up front, and it wasn't a toxic night, so it was fun.
Awesome, Kevin. Well, you have a good night. Go celebrate. We'll catch you hopefully again tomorrow night.
All right, thank you.
That was your third place finisher, Kevin Freeze.
That'll bring us to our second place finisher, Malik Ray. Malik, it's Matt and Michael up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey man, what's up?
Well, talk to me through this entire race. I know there's a couple stints where we had a lot of pace laps, but it seemed like it took a little more driver skill tonight. You had the hot track temp, a little bit squirrely of a car in the Xfinity car. Talk to me through the entire race and how you strategized to get up front and compete there for the win.
I was just trying to save my tires the whole time. I knew that we only had a set that was in the pits, so I was just trying to tell myself, like I'm not gonna come down before lap, at least 50 and get tires. I mean, obviously, like I had to come down and get gas, but I was just trying to wait until, like at least after like halfway until I took my tires. I took my tires. There was a bunch of crashes. I avoided them. almost all all of them, and I was able to get P2, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, talk to me through the last lap. I know you made all the right moves in the Coke race earlier this year at Atlanta to get your first Coke win. It was a lot of fun to watch. What more could you have done there to fend off Garrett and Kevin? I know you threw the blocks that you could. You ran up half a lane. What more do you think you could have done to get to the checker flag first?
I probably should have been more aware that Kevin was gonna go high out of turn 4. I wasn't expecting him to do that, but I forgot that like he's trying to like he's trying to beat the guy in third since he can't win. So like I I probably should have been more aware of that, because I was just thinking like in those scenarios I just think of like if you're pushing a guy, you're just trying to get him to win. I don't think about like if like if you're trying to beat the guy that's right next to you. And he made the right move in order for him to do that. So, that was smart on his part. I just went thinking about it.
Absolutely. It's nice to hear perspective from you. One of the more cerebral super speedway racers that we have that thinks through a lot of scenarios, makes his moves with plans for each lap. So it's nice to talk to you about what you think you could have done better there. But nonetheless, you get a P2 that close to another Atlanta win. Who would you like to thank or shout out?
I thank Garrett for not wrecking me and not dumping me, because I was blocking a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Same thing with Kevin. And you guys for broadcasting. I appreciate it. Oh, and Michael for throwing on this event.
Oh yeah, thanks for talking to us, Malik. We hope to see you next week. It'll be Gen 6 at Daytona night, so it should be another fun one.
All right, thank you guys. I'll see you then.
That was your second place finisher, Malik Ray, and that'll take us to our winner tonight, and that is Garrett Maines. Garrett, Matt, and Mike of the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Atlanta and Xfinity and PGR works out for you. You get the win. We didn't have the luck in the Coke Series, but we made all the right moves tonight. Talk to me through the tire strategy. Kevin touched a little bit on it, but what your mindset was going into this race when you learned that you had only one set of tires on the box?
I definitely thought we were going to be taking that set as late as possible. It was kind of hard to judge when, and I felt like I kind of put myself in an interesting position with my fuel strategy because I couldn't make it to the end, so I didn't really know what to do. I was just kind of banking that they would wreck again, which, I mean, as hard as we were saving on that beginning, we were running this place like it was the old layout. Like we were full lifting and arcing into the corners like a normal mile and a half. Lots of draft, obviously. Like, it didn't really matter how well you hit that line so much as just not wearing the tires out and being smooth with it. But this was one of the most interesting races I've run in this league. Is probably one of the most fun PGR races I've been a part of. As many wrecks as we had, like I didn't feel like it was a wreck fest. I felt like there was so much strategy involved and so much like that went into getting back into position. It was a great race overall. I mean, everything from the race for the stage to pulling the strategy off and all the way to the finish. I mean, that was a fight.
Absolutely. I think the Xfinity car at Atlanta is one of the best packages you can produce, and now we've learned that the hot track temp just makes it a little bit harder to drive, puts a little bit more skill into the hands of the competitors. Back half of the field had a tough time, but top 10, top 15 guys that we usually see up there that we call the super speedway merchants, they prove that they're not just super speedway merchants. I think Zach Range is one of those that really proved it tonight. Got caught up in a late wreck, but you did a great job. Takes away a little bit of the sting from Tuesday night at Talladega. Get a little bit of money back in your pocket. Anyone want to thank or shout out?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to give a shout out to Zach on that as well because he was reading off his tires. And not only was he like staying up there with us, but he was actually like not burning his stuff up. So props to him because, like you said, like he showed up tonight running like you should be. So that was cool to see. But huge thank you to Scott at MCU Body, Lennox, the guys at Ryko Performance for putting together great pieces. Shout out to you, Baker, for excellent spotting on Tuesday in the Coke Series.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunate ending, but man, we were there for sure. So also thank you to Left Court Brothers and FGR Excel for their support.
Well, hopefully we can take a little bit of the mile and a half experience to Charlotte and go get that dub in a couple weeks. And thanks for talking to us, Garrett. And that's your first place finisher, Garrett Maines.
Well, wrapping it up here from Atlanta, what a race it was. The nurses make the difference. 90. Tony Cox got all his money's worth here tonight. Hopefully we had a lot of viewers for that one as Garrett Maines beats Malik Ray to the line by mere inches. And I'll tell you what, Baker, that was one of the most fun races I've gotten to see. I think Garrett just reiterated that. Regardless of, the cautions, it was more from, just the tires and the hot track. And I think if we could put this show on again, it'll be even better. I'm kind of looking forward to doing this one again.
Yeah, definitely. We threw it into the Q2 schedule. I think we're gonna definitely throw it maybe twice into the Q3 schedule. It's a lot of fun to watch. Maybe bring the Xfinity car, maybe bring the next gen car. We'll see. Only time will tell. But focusing forward to Friday night with FEG, and then we've got our Friday night race as well. And then after that, we're gonna have our Thursday night Gen 6 at Daytona. I'm really excited for that race. It's one of my favorite cars to run. I'm hoping you can race control that one. That way I can hop up in there and get the number 5 in victory lane. I've been looking for that PGR win. I may not run, a whole lot, but I still want to win against these guys. I have the success on Tuesday. I'd love to have at least one in on a Thursday.
I think that's what we're looking to do. Hopefully, we can get Austin back on the PGR broadcast next week. Have you in the car, me on race control. I'd love to see you try to get that done. What a great week or great night it was. A lot more, like you said, racing for tomorrow. We also have McCullough Motorsports on Saturday night for their team race, and not too far off is one of our marquee events at the end of May. We're gonna get do our second annual team draft event. Should be a good one. Hopefully, we can fill that one up, and we're gonna have a different set of drivers as captains this year. And we're gonna put a lot of the big dogs, out there for them to draft. So that should be a cool one. That's coming up here in a couple weeks at the end of May. And don't look now, but July is coming. SummerSlam 499 is in the stages of getting planned out right now. Should have some more info out for that shortly. And once we do and signups are out, we hope to have a pretty big field and battle for that belt come July, end of July. So, yeah, it was a great night here, Baker. Tomorrow night, looking forward to some more racing. And yeah, for everyone watching, we appreciate you guys coming in. For myself, Michael Triscaro, and Matthew Baker, we will see you all tomorrow. Thank you.